Today we will discuss about fixed capital, factors affecting fixed capital, and after that we will discuss about working capital meaning and types of working capital and factors affecting to working capital. So let's start today's with the first topic, fixed capital. Fixed capital means acquisition of a fixed assets. Means if you are collecting more assets for increasing for your income, it is called fixed capital. Means there are so many kind of assets you can acquisition or collected, like as a plant and machinery, land, building, etc. So acquisition, collection of a fixed capital which help to increase the revenue of the business, it's called fixed capital. And another definition we can discuss, fixed capital is a kind of a real physical assets that is used repeatedly in the production of product. Means fixed assets which you are collecting for production of a product, it is also known as a fixed capital. Now, our second topic, I hope so you understood about the what is the definition of a fixed capital. Let me clear once again. Fixed capital means collection of a fixed assets. If you are acquiring more fixed assets, it's called fixed capital. So some things which can affect to fixed capital. Number one, nature of business. If your business have a heavy industries, manufacturing industries, such industries have required more capital. So a nature of business can easily influence to your fixed capital. Size of scale. There are so many businesses are in the world. Some businesses have required less amount of a capital, but some business have required more capital. If you have a large scale business, means your business is operating large scale business, so your business can be affected, required more fixed capital. In the large scale, a firm have required huge investment, and huge investment is a part of a fixed capital. Now, nature of product. A business is if a business is running in worldwide, they have required more capital, and their main purpose to manufacture product. So business can manufacture their product in two types: manufacturing or finished goods. Finished goods have not required more capital, but manufacturing product required more capital. So manufacturing product like as a machinery, engines, building, or some other machinery, these things of a product required a more capital. Now, methods of production. So method of production has divided into the two parts: capital intensive and labor intensive. If you are manufacturing your goods in a huge amount, so you have required more assets like as a machinery. So this is called capital intensive. And labor intensive means when you are using your labor for manufacturing a product. But in fixed capital, you require both things, capital intensive as well as labor intensive. Without both, you cannot produce or manufacture a material. So method of a production, you have required both the things. With the help of them, you can produce a material. So for these things, you require more fixed capital. Diversity of product line. For manufacturing a product, a business required many straight line process, where one product for manufacturing of one product, it required more steps. So for this, you have required huge capital. Mode of acquiring of fixed assets. If a business want to stable in the world or stable in the market, they must be maintain their fixed capital. So if you want to purchase plant, machinery, building, land, you have required more capital. Now, working capital. Working capital is also known as a circulating capital or revolving capital. Now, come to the definition of a working capital. Working capital means the capital invested in working assets. Working means regular process. The things which is not happening for a long term, which we are using for the short term or in a regular process of our business activities. Now, we can say that working assets, we can say like as a cash. We can take an example, cash, like as a bills of exchange, like as a bank, like as a inventories. These are working assets which we are using regularly in the business organization. Working capital divided into the two parts, permanent working capital. And second one is temporary or variable working capital. Now come to the definition of a permanent working capital. Permanent working capital means a minimum amount required for the permanent operates. Means a business can be divided into the two parts, where you are doing your business in some certain condition, and the second part where you are regulating your business activities. Like as you are buying inventories, it is a regular activities. Like as you are paying your some expenses, it is a regular activities. You are purchasing something, you are paying off some interest and dividend. These are the regular operates. So a minimum amount which is required for the permanent operation of your business activities is called permanent working capital. Now permanent working capital divided into the two parts, initial working capital and regular working capital. At the beginning of the business, which amount you are occurring into the business is called initial. Means if you are commencing a business, capital which is required at the time of a commencement of the business, means at the beginning of the business, a certain amount which you are investing for the regular working activity is called initial working capital. Regular capital. After commencement, you will start your regular activities of the business. So, for maintaining your continuous business operation, like the purchasing, for buying, for selling, for expenses, for other expenses, it's called regular working capital. Come to the another point. Temporary or variable working capital. This capital is specially used in a certain period, not in every moment, like as a initial or like as a regular. This type of a working capital is specially used in certain period, like as it has divided into the two parts, seasonal working capital. Seasonal working capital means, WC means working capital. Seasonal working capital means that amount which we are using for a particular season, not in every time. Right now summer season is running, so in this time cold drinks business can be we can start at the beginning level. So for the buying of a cold drink, it is seasonable, and in the winter season you will require woolen dresses, so that would be also seasonable. These things are required in certain seasonal. Now, special working capital. Special working capital means extra funds required to meet future contingencies. Contingencies means the things which is not clear or secure. Means you can face many losses or liabilities or payments. So for bearing of all the expenses, losses, liabilities or payment of your interest, you must secure some amount. So if a business securing some certain working capital to deal their short-term contingencies, it's called special working capital. And working capital also we can calculate in the basis working capital is equal to current assets and current liabilities. I have discussed about what is the current assets: cash, bills of exchange, inventory, bank. These are current assets. What are current liabilities? Current liabilities like as a bank overdraft, like as your short-term loans. These are current liabilities. And working capital has divided into the two parts, gross working capital and net working capital. This is the formula of a net working capital. Gross working capital means a gross amount of a working capital, means where you have not deducted your current liabilities from the current assets, so the amount is called gross working capital. Now, come to the last point of this chapter, factors affecting working capital, means which things can affect your working capital. Working capital means we have discussed a regular working assets which is required for the business operation. Now, first of all, nature of business. If you are doing any kind of a business in the market, so let's take the example small scale or large scale. For both type of manufacturing firms or small finished goods seller, both required to maintain their warehouse. For these things, you must be maintain their working capital. So nature of a business required working capital, like as to fill your raw material into the warehouse. Then you can complete your all the things. Then you can manufacture your material. Size of the business. For large scale business, for small scale business, for both kind of things, we require small working capital which can help to complete your business transaction. Manufacturing cycle. If you are doing a business, so the business is processing in two steps, from raw material to finished goods. For maintaining to this gap, raw material and finished good, between these two duration required working capital to complete this situation. Means if you want to require the raw materials, you require the working capital, like as the cash inventories. If you want to finished goods, if you want to convert the goods into the finished goods, so you have required also machinery, electricity and labor charges. So for these things, you have also required the working capital. So manufacturing cycle also can affect to the working capital. Rapidity of a turnover. If a business doing turnover, means they are selling more goods, if they are purchasing more goods, so they are doing their good turnover into the market. So for rapidity of turnover also influence to fill your warehouse. And when you are selling the materials, so you must buy the materials from the suppliers. So rapidity of turnover also can influence your working capital to complete your all the goods and material into the warehouse. Growth and expansion. If a business want to increase the efficiency of the business, if any business organization or manufacturing business, small scale business, they want to increase their growth and expansion into the market, so they require a kind of a small working capital for maintaining of their business, like as a lighting, like as a their cash receivable, like as a their borrow amount, their loan liabilities. These things have which can influence to growth and expansion of the business. Goodwill of the business. If a business made a good reputation into the market, if a business have a good value in the market, so they always want to carry that condition always into the market. So if a business have a good position into the market, so for maintaining that goodwill, they must be maintain their working capital. Means if your business have a good value, that person always sell the material on time. So before finish of the material, you must be maintained into the in your warehouse. So for if a business have a good goodwill, they also require a good working capital. Now this is the end of the chapter, and I'm giving the homework difference between the fixed capital and working capital. Thank you very much.